everyone, and welcome to the Wisdom Experience. My name is Natalie Wagner, and we have a beautiful special guest today, Frances Baxter, who I actually don't know very well at all. So, yeah, which is good because we're going to get to know each other today. And I think put it on my Instagram. Is anyone out there that would like the opportunity to come on the Wisdom Experience and just share your experiences, share your stories? Mm-hmm. And you were the only one who said yes.
Really?
Yes.
How amazing.
Exactly. Because, when I asked, who would want to come on, you said, I'd love to talk about my connection to drawing.
That's right.
So tell us about...
Well, I think it's a wonderful thing to share. Mm. I've got a lot of... 40 years of experience of drawing. Yeah. And I know what it can do for you, for everybody. Okay. And people think they can't draw.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Like they think they can't sing. Yep. But the truth is that they can.
You say I think drawing is something that can really help a lot of people. Like how has it helped you?
Well, I mean, there's no limit. It's shaped my life.
Yeah. So you feel that your art is healing?
Totally.
Yeah.
And for anybody who wants to draw or wants to heal, to pick up a pencil or a piece of charcoal or whatever they want and start drawing is going to have a beneficial effect on their healing abilities. Most definitely. Yeah. It's a tool for expanding our consciousness. Yeah. Drawing. Yeah. And that's what I want to share with people. Okay. Because there are many... Art in itself is the big deal. Okay. They say that dancing is the highest form of art because it can never be destroyed. In Spain, they say, no se puede quitar el bailado. Okay. You can never destroy what is danced, what has been danced. Okay. And so you can, with drawing, as you're drawing, it's very much like dancing. All art is. Yeah. It has rhythm. Yeah. You must be relaxed. It's for play. Yeah. It's for enjoyment. Yeah. It's for the big deal in life.
I've been to pottery classes and things like that, and I can see people getting in their head it's not as good as hers, and it's not as, all
that's
that.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
But that's your ego. Your ego is afraid. That's the thing about the ego. Okay. You mustn't be too cross with your ego. Okay. Because it's just afraid and it's trying to protect you. Yeah. So if you're the best, then you've got nothing to be scared of. That's what your ego is telling you. So it says, you've got to be the best. You've got to be the best. You don't have to be the best. You are the best. You are already your best. You only compete against yourself. Yeah. You are where you have to be in full awareness that in doing this you are connected with all that is in this universe, because that's your heart connection. It's not the head connection. Your head is there to help your heart get the message across.
I love that. A lot of us get caught. We get caught in the analytical nature of the mind that wants to determine something as good or bad, or ranking ourselves against, it is difficult.
It's a certain dimension. Okay. The thing is about your mind and your ego when it's like that is that you're in the realm of opposites. Now there's another realm that you can get to.
Okay, what's it?
It's above. It's above the stage of opposites. Okay. Where there's good, bad, hot, cold, all these things. Above the plane of opposites is where there's only unity.
Yeah.
And that's that's where we have to get to, and that's where all the arts lead you. You're in the complete present moment when you're practicing art.
Yeah.
When you're drawing, when you're painting, when you're dancing, when you're playing any kind of music, when you're writing poetry or reading poetry or any of those things keeps you present, and it's led by your heart, and it's where it's at.
And that's why they say, like, when you're doing art and you're connecting to it, sometimes where did those 3 hours go, or more?
Exactly.
You know, in time,
the thing
in that realm.
That's what keeps you young.
Okay.
Because time, when you're depressed, when time seems to drag you down and everything seems to take forever.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen when you're practicing art.
How I'm digesting that is that, you know, the reason why you can drop into that space is because you're connecting through joy. You know, you're connecting through joy.
That's it.
You're moving with life. You're moving with the person. You're moving with the moment. You're in the moment, and you're not in
life is dancing through you.
Yeah. Okay.
You see, life will dance through you if you let it.
Yeah.
You're the dancer, but life is the dance.
Yes.
Joy is the dance, and you express that through yourself if you let it.
Yeah.
It's there for you.
Yeah.
It's your privilege if you want it.
Yes.
And why wouldn't you want it?
And that's to my question that I was just going to ask. What do you think are the greatest barriers to allowing life to move through us? Where are we?
Fear of criticism, for one thing, which we don't have when we're very little. You know, courage is innate with children.
Yeah.
Because that word courage has got the word core in it, C-O-R, which means heart. Corazón means heart.
Okay.
Courage means you have the heart to do it.
Yes, yeah,
you know? With drawing, you and all the arts, it takes courage.
Okay.
Which means it takes heart, and that means that you learn not to be afraid. And I was lucky enough to get this teacher who taught life drawing, and she taught us wonderful techniques. Yeah. Now, the first technique that I would recommend to anybody is blind drawing. That means you don't look at your paper. You only look at whatever it is you're drawing, and you have a continuous mind. That means you do not take your pencil off the paper.
Wow. Okay.
And you don't go twice over anything that you've done before.
Oh.
And if you take and if you take your pencil off the paper, you have to start again. The whole point is not what's going to turn out there. It's what goes on between your eye and your hand, and how you connect with what it is you are drawing.
Okay.
And you don't just go whack, whack, whack. You go around every little idiosyncrasy that you can see in the utmost detail.
Yeah.
To train your eye to look and see.
Okay.
You look and you see, and you see and you look, because that's what it's all about. And you expand what you can see.
Okay.
Expands, because we don't all see the things that are there. Sometimes we see different things. Then when you have taken your pencil off the paper, you have a look and see what you've done, which looks like nothing on earth. But it has something.
Yeah.
And that something is what you're after. Anyway, what they have in Spain is a word for grace, gracia. And grace is what we have to be in a state of. We must be in a state of grace in order to be happy. In other words, we can't go around holding grudges. We can't go around being all anxious. I just read yesterday that the person who lives in the future is anxious. The anxious person has got their mind in the future all the time.
Yes.
The sad person has got their mind in the past.
Interesting.
The happy person is in the present. And with grace, and that's what your drawings have, the ones that you don't look at.
Yeah.
The blind drawings have gracia. They might be all over the place,
Yeah.
but they've got this special thing.
Yeah.
And from then on, you have to train yourself to keep that special thing and
Whilst
yet take
you
it
bring it into
while you develop your skills.
Yeah. So what do you think it is about that technique that allows you to tap into grace?
Because your critical mind is forced to turn off.
Ah, okay. Yes.
You see?
Yes.
Your critical mind is out of the picture.
Yeah. It doesn't have a job.
It's got no job.
It's got no job.
You say to it, now I love you very much, but just go and sit over there while I draw this picture.
It's probably like, oh, thank God. You know, like,
no, it's not. It's going, oh, she's in trouble. I need to protect her.
Yeah, she's not doing the hand
and then
right.
She's going to be sorry.
This is going to look bad.
It's going to hurt her feelings so badly. Next step that you do after you've done blind drawing is that you do a continuous line, but you look. You allow yourself to look. Okay. And it's amazing what happens. You lose that gracia straight away.
Okay, yes, all right.
So you
it's
keep
good
practicing.
To experience the...
You have to see it before your very eyes.
Yeah.
Otherwise you won't believe it. You see the contrast between blind drawing and just looking. Yeah. And it shows you very, very clearly what your critical mind does. You see, it will convince you that you'd better stop because you're only just going to be so sad and be so hurt because it's going to be horrible.
Yeah, yeah.
And you must, with drawing, you must keep that critical mind in its place. Realize that it's only trying to protect you, but you have to just say, it's all right.
Yeah,
I'm going to be fine. I might be hurt, but I know I will get better at it.
This is a practice, you know.
It's a practice.
It's a spiritual practice too, from what you're saying. And this is why it's incredible to talk to you as an artist, because what I'm feeling as well is like more of a connection to what an artist is as well. Because I think sometimes we're like, oh yeah, they just make a beautiful painting and you know, but it's like there's so much involved in it, you know, and because it is such a huge task to allow the mind to take a back seat so that the grace can come forward. You know, it's so showing up to that continually is actually an incredible gift. You're right. Like it's
so if you have a good teacher, you are fortunate.
Yes. Okay.
Because they realize that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons I want to share this with anybody who wants to listen.
Yes. Yeah.
Because you are creativity itself.
Yes.
Human beings are creative.
Yeah.
That is our nature.
Yeah.
We are creative.
Yeah.
And if I can give heart to anybody to see that in themselves, and to not be afraid.
Yes.
Tell their ego, their critical mind to relax, that you love it very much and appreciate all that it's ever done for you in all your life. But now is the time to sit there while I get on with this, and then you can come back and have a good look, and you can tell me what you think. You know.
And you might just be pleasantly surprised, and like
you're sure to be pleasantly surprised. You're going to change your tune completely and say, "Wow."